Okay, we are on. We are recording and we got through Zoom. It's a little bit tedious, but we got there in the end. Thank you so much to everyone that is here live. That is just awesome in itself. I know how hard it is to actually snap a little window of your day, and those that are homeschooling, those are at work, those are at meetings, but thank you so much. It's just amazing. And then for everyone that I'm sending the recording to, thank you for listening. Really appreciate it. And I really hope that you get so much out of this. I'd love to have you on live next time if you can make it. So I guess the whole reason behind this was I had so much interest on my Instagram, my Facebook, and just people asking questions about the Miracle Morning. And it's just something that I love and that I do and that I've been doing for a really long time now, that I thought, well, if there's that much interest, I'm going to share it with whoever wants to hear about it. So I guess I'm going to jump straight on in. I am no Hal Elrod, just to let you know. So Hal Elrod is actually the founder of the Miracle Morning. So he will be able to dive a lot deeper than I will. This is what the book looks like if you haven't already read it. And then also he's got the Miracle Equation, which I'm actually reading at the moment and I'm loving. But yeah, I guess it's a bit of an insight what I'll tell you today. If you want to go deeper, I highly recommend the book. Like, it's been a godsend to me. I came across it about 3 years ago from Lorraine Murphy. I think she mentioned it in a podcast or her book as well. And it was just, it just grabbed me. I think there's structure to the morning, which I'm quite big on structure, but there's also a lot of free flow in it as well. But I kind of want to work out with you all today and get some ideas for you as to how you can start implementing them into your day as well. So understand that everyone's in obviously different situations. No days are the same for any of us really at the moment, and especially for if you're still working from home, if you're a parent, like, we're all in really different situations. So no pressure there, and we want to work out something that works for you. So what is it? It is, if you haven't actually got a pen and paper, actually, I should have said that at the beginning, grab one if you want to write anything down. But it's a simple 6-step routine for the morning, Miracle Morning. Basically, how you start your day determines the quality of your day. So if you think of yourself as a snoozer and you really don't want to get out of bed and it's just not going to happen today, well, that's not really a great start. And I totally understand that not everyone kind of is a morning person, but the whole concept with this is that it's how you start your day is going to be how productive your day is. If you're not a morning person, like I am, and I know there's a couple of you here that are shift workers or have been, and I feel like your body just gets used to waking up early. So I've always been an early riser, and it's not for everyone. So just keep in mind that this is something that can be implemented throughout your day or at the end of your day. So if you are a night owl, hey, by all means, you can do these 6 steps at nighttime. Or if you're not a night owl and you're not an early bird, then you can kind of stagger it throughout your day. So I guess it's just kind of knowing that you're getting through, what you want to accomplish. So I guess too, this is going to vary for a lot of you, so keep that in mind. So some people may have never heard of the Miracle Morning. Some people, we're all on really different journeys at the moment, and I know that we're kind of all going to be on a different track. So just keep in mind that it can be as simple or as involved as you want it to be, okay? This is yours, and we really want to try to nut that out. So it can be as basic as a 6 minutes. So it's kind of like, it could be a 6-minute Miracle Morning, or it could be a 2-hour Miracle Morning. Gosh, this is quite tongue-tying, isn't it? So it could be 6 minutes, it could be 2 hours. It really depends on where you're at, what you're doing, and I guess what you want to achieve out of it. And the whole idea is to personalize it for you. So you want it to be like completely, you're not going to compare yourself to what I'm doing or what Olivia's doing or what Carly's doing for that fact. It really is what works for you, what works for your family. And I guess just what, why you're doing it, actually get a bit of an understanding of like what you're wanting to get out of it. Okay. They do say, just saying, that the most productive people are early risers. So those of us in shift work, Sean, there was an eye roll there. Those that do rise early are generally the most productive people. And I vouch for that, because I feel if you get up early, you're going to conquer the day. You're going to get so much done before most people's day has even started. And this is where Hal goes so much more into it in the book as well. His idea of it as well was, look, I say the most productive people, but also people that are waking up before you have to wake up. So that's kind of like the idea there. You can set your alarm for 7 o'clock or let the kids wake you up, but if you're setting your alarm for that little bit earlier and you're actually waking up before you have to wake up to do something for you and to focus on yourself, that's the person that I believe, well, I want to be, and I hope, you know, you want to feel your best and do it for yourself as well. So that was Hal's reasoning as well. He was in like a car accident and was told he was never going to walk again, and he was just like I want to be that person that actually gets shit done before 8 a.m. in the morning. So here we go, guys. Pen and paper ready if you've got one. And so focusing on what are the 6 savers. So we have S for silence, A for affirmations, V for visualization, E for exercise, R for reading, and S for scribing. So some of you may have heard of this before. It might just be a refresher and a kind of motivating you to kind of kickstart it again. It's something that you may have fallen off the bandwagon with, or something you've actually never even heard about. So 6 savers, it can be, as I said, 6 minutes or 2 hours. So I reckon for today, let's focus on a 6-minute miracle morning for each and every person. But if you want to make it more involved for yourself, of course, do that as well. So S stands for our silence. And what he says here is that your first minute of the day or first 20 minutes of the day, whatever you choose to do, is for purposeful silence. So it could be anything from literally waking up, coming to the lounge room and just sitting there in absolute silence, just for 1 minute of purposeful silence. It could be your morning coffee. If you don't get to have your morning coffee on your own and you actually would like to savor that morning coffee, it could be your morning coffee. It could be your shower. If you're used to having a shower or a bath with people running around or phones going, or it's never silent. It could be your morning shower. It could be meditation. Start off, if you've never meditated before or it's a scary word for you, try 1 minute of meditation. I actually use, and I'll show you guys. Oh, it's really cold in my house today. It's the Insight Timer app. There's a lot of people use this, and I use it because it's free. If you can see there, it's got the little kind of, what do they call that? Singing bowl, sound bowl. It's free, and what I love about it is that you can type in anything. If one day you wake up and go, I want to focus on my relationships today, I type in relationships. If one day I go, you know, I want to really practice positivity today, and I'll type in positivity. You know, literally anything you're feeling. There's times that I've gotten that impatient with Edie that I'm like, okay, today is a new day and I'm going to focus on my patience today. So I'll literally type in anything that resonates or how I want to feel or how I want to set that up. So many benefits of meditation, reducing stress, anxiety, you know, self-awareness in yourself, and even your attention span. So you'll have so many thoughts coming in and out. I personally do go for the meditation for my silence. I do it for about 20 minutes, but I started at 1 minute because I can tell you right now, my brain is like this and it just thinks, and as most of you know, I'm an overthinker, I reckon. So there's lots always that you can either think about, let it in, let it go. So anyway, choose your silence. Coffee, shower, meditation, up to you. So that is our S for savers. Our A is affirmations. So an affirmation, same again, you might be big on, you might be not. I personally am just getting into affirmations kind of a bit deeper than what I'm used to. So I actually have a little set of oracle cards that I absolutely adore, and they are Helen Jacobs' little sage oracle cards, and she has this beautiful deck that it looks like all watercolor, and I'll literally just, it'll be interesting to do one of these now really quickly while I'm with you all. See what this webinar brings to everybody listening. So I will literally just do those. I'll flip one over. And this one actually says, rest and relax. Who can resonate? Wow, that's interesting. And it's not blocked. So basically, it's got a little meaning about what the card means, and at the bottom is an affirmation, and that's actually all I say is the affirmation. So this one is all about, in a nutshell, like all of nature, you too will experience growth spurts and rest periods. Know you are in need of a rest period. Guys, it's calling us. Sufficient rest and relaxation is important for you now, helping you restore and rebalance mind, body, spirit. It's a couple more paragraphs, but basically the affirmation there says, I take the time to rest and relax, preparing me for the next growth spurt. Oh, love. That is amazing. So that is all I do for my affirmation. It takes, what, a minute. So that's A. If you want to go a little bit more on Google, like there is so many different things about affirmations. I've just also brought this one that I was also recommended. And this one is, going a bit deeper and learning a bit more. And I want to kind of learn a bit more because my girlfriend and I, when we were in Bali, we seen a healer over there, which was all about affirmations and a lot of the pains that you might have. And this is really funny because I had a really sore elbow the other day and I thought, I'm going to look in this book and see what is happening. And it says elbow here represents changing directions. And I'm like, this is exactly where I feel I am at the moment. So it's kind of funny how it can actually all resonate in some way. So you can either go really easy with that, grab yourself a set of oracle cards, or grab yourself an affirmation book, or have a look online. Really, really simple start. Okay, F is visualization. So visualizing your day, visualizing your goals, sitting there imagining how you kind of want it all to pan out. That is hard for a lot of people, but if school, running out the door to school or getting on the bus to work is sometimes stressful for you, it's kind of like in your head, just taking a minute, if we're going to do this as our 6-minute, miracle morning, it's just a minute to actually go, okay, how is this going to pan out for me this morning? Like, how do I want it to look and how do I want it to work out? A big one for me, actually, I didn't grab it. I'll show you real quickly. Bear with me. I actually have a dedicated drawer for my Miracle Morning resources, you could say, because you want it to be as seamless as possible and you don't want to think this is an effort every single day. So that's why I have a dedicated drawer and I'll always actually set it up the night before. So that is a top tip because you're keeping yourself accountable to get up in the morning and just get it done. So really quickly to visualization, this is not for everyone, but I have a little vision board and I get images that are actually pulled from my goals for the year. So my diary this year had all these little sections and it was so good because it broke it down for me. I won't go into it, but for instance, the top one is health. And a big thing for me this year was to really make the healthier choices in eating when I can, because I love food and I love to cook like a lot of us. I just wanted to always think that I was making the healthier choice. So I was saying to myself, okay, Lisa, 80-20 rule, 80% of the time you can, eat really well, but don't be too hard on yourself for the other 20%. So that's where I pull the image 80-20. So every time I look at that image, I go, okay, that's me keeping myself accountable, going, I've got this. And you know what? I'm going to be healthy all day, but then I'm going to have that, unhealthy dessert for dinner time or whatever. But every single image in here is then pulled from like the goals that I set for myself for the year. And it's kind of like a daily reminder because so many of us will, think of a goal, write a goal, or even a New Year's resolution very loosely because they're normally done by January 4. And it's something that you're thinking like long term, but you're not actually looking at it every day as a little reminder. So that is a really good one, vision boarding, which I love. Okay, next up we've got exercise. So this is literally for you to just move. If we're doing our 1-minute miracle morning, it's going to be 1 minute on the timer or one soundtrack, squats. Just squat it out, guys. Get on the floor, do some push-ups, whatever it is. Just move. It's only a minute. It could be star jumps. Really, if exercise is not your forte, kind of get creative and start maybe parking the car a little bit further away at the shopping center and walk that little bit more. Take the stairs instead of the lift if you're at the airport or if you're at a shopping center, just kind of think outside the square. Personally, I love going to the gym. I love it. It's my out. I have a couple of gym mums that I adore, and it's kind of like where we catch up, and I just love it. I'm struggling at the moment, but we're doing a little Zoom every couple of days to keep us all going, so that's fun. In the mornings for my miracle morning is my yoga practice. I adore it, and as a shift worker 12 months ago, I could never commit to a regular class, which was kind of annoying because I always wanted to get better at yoga. So then I found the Merrymaker Sisters, if you haven't already heard of them, and they do an online subscription. So I was like, this is brilliant. I can do this in my own home at any time of the day, which I do in my Miracle Morning, which is in the mornings. And it's just a time for me to chill out. And I have to show you part of my mornings, and part of is my yoga mat, and I just want to do a little shout out. If you can see the little branding there, it's Baransu Yoga, and Jody, that is with us live, thank you Jode, is the owner of Baransu Yoga. So she's also kindly doing a little discount code for us today, and everyone listening, of 15% off her yoga mat. So they're just gorgeous. They're like they're double-sided jute hemp on one side and like a beautiful rubber on the other. And they're just over 2 kilos, I think. Jode, I think you're probably nodding, but yeah, they're gorgeous and I adore it. And thank you. She gifted that to me in a few yoga blocks. So thank you, Jode. Code for that is Miracle, all capital, but I'll send you guys the link. I've got a heap of references today with everything that I'll share. I thought I could share it in my chat, but it won't let me. So that's okay. I'll send it off to you all. So yes, so we've got, you know, your exercise could be the gym, it could be taking the kids to school, it could be star jumps in the lounge room for 1 minute of your day, but you know what, whatever it is, as long as you're moving, that's amazing. Okay, next we have R, which he has that for reading. Okay, so it could be reading, it could be a podcast, but this is a snippet of your day that is for you and your own personal growth. So many of us, and myself guilty as, have a bookshelf of books that we all want to read that we just never ever open. And it's, you know, I know that a book this thick is pretty overwhelming, but when you can create that into a morning for 1 minute or 1 page within a month to 6 weeks, Olivia, don't roll your eyes because you could read yours in 6 minutes. Olivia, the little the bookworm. But it's, you know, it's so achievable when you break it down into smaller chunks. So I am loving, like, for the last 3 years since I started this, I've been reading books. And prior to that, all I ever read was recipe books. So, you know, quick recipe here and there. So every morning, part of my Miracle Morning, if it be a minute, which is where I started because I wasn't a big reader, I was like, just 1 page or just a minute. But I normally just would go 1 page. And then, you know what's funny is 1 page will then lead to 2. But it's not setting yourself up for failure going, I'm never going to read that book. It's like, well, you have to start the book to actually get the momentum going. And even if it is 1 single page a day, that is amazing. Like, that is a job well done. So most people have their books on their bookshelves and they never even look at them. So you're already ahead of those people. Podcasts are another one. So anything that's going to, like, any form of self-development, like even something like this, webinars. There's so many webinars at the moment with so many people working from home, but I just love a good podcast. Like today I listened to like an hour podcast, dropped Edie at school, straight for a walk. I was like, oh my God, this is my time. This is my time. So, and like, as you can see, if you don't think these kind of rituals are going to work in your morning, well, see how you go overnight time, or see if you want to have yourself a little tracker. Actually, over on my website, I have got a Miracle Morning tracker that you can print off and you can tick off every day to note down that you've done your savers. So download that. But it's so nice to even think you could just do all these things throughout your day. You don't even need to set up 6 minutes in the morning or 6 minutes at night. You can just do them throughout your day, if that works best for you. And then we have got, lastly, S for scribing. So this can go anyway, really. I think for myself personally, I don't feel I'm a big writer, and I shouldn't say. I need to change my language around that because I want to get better. See, I need an affirmation for that. I will one day be a really good writer, or I am a really good writer, I should be saying. But for me personally, I have my little gratitude journal. This is cool. It's $5 from Kmart. It's amazing. And it prompts you. So you can pop the date in, and it's got like prompts. So I will let go of, I am grateful for, and I will focus on. And I love this because it just prompts me to write something every single morning. And if you want to go a bit deeper and you just want to literally free journal morning, you know, create your morning pages, you know, you can just write what's on your mind, what you want to work on. But it's, you know, thoughts that you might have or things that you want to change, or just anything that comes to mind. But I personally just love a good gratitude because I love life, really. And even at my first morning cup of coffee goes in here sometimes. I will actually say, I am so grateful for the happy barista that gave me my first coffee today. Like, whatever makes you smile is a sense of gratitude, you know? So that's a big one. So I love my little gratitude journal. And how good is Kmart, can I just say, for $5, really? So I guess they are our 6 savers. So as you can see, 6 minutes. If you're going to do your 6 savers, you can meditate for 1 minute. You can say an affirmation for 1 minute, or just one affirmation. You can visualize your day just for 1 minute. You can squat just for 1 minute. You can read a page for just 1 minute, and you can also literally just write down even one thing that you're grateful for just for 1 minute. So I think it's a way to kind of get up, start the day. And I always think to myself, like, I'm at a point now that it really truly feels like the most, like, it's a non-negotiable part for my day, because I know when I do it, and I've conquered those 6 things before my family has even stepped out of their bedrooms, I feel like I'm just winning at life. So it's kind of like, it might not be for everyone, especially the morning side of it, but you know what, as we said, we can always create it so that it's kind of a nighttime ritual for you as well. So I'm challenging you, but I'd like you to all really think about, if you don't feel you can do all of those 6 things, if it really is a bit too much at the moment, just pick one thing and see how you go. And you know what? It's a start. Just remember that. If you don't start, then, you know, you won't find that momentum. So you really just need to pick one, and you really just need to focus on that. And if not, then start implementing, you know, another one the next day, and then the day after that, implement the third one. And, you know, not everyone, you don't have to get up early, as I say, but 6 minutes is pretty doable. I kind of feel at the moment my meditation goes for about 20. Affirmation takes no time. Quick scan over the vision board. My exercise probably takes the longest. Sometimes the girls' yoga classes are like 25 minutes. So it could be like, you know, an hour and 20 minutes of my day. It's also like, Hal will go into it so much more in his book as well, but it's such a good, you know, if you've got a little, I've just had a little notification from Zoom saying, we've removed the 40-minute limit on your group meeting. Thank you, Zoom. We love that. A gift from Zoom. Oh, beautiful. You're telling me I didn't have to pan all that into 30 minutes, Zoom? Good on you. Anyway, that's why I was talking so fast, guys. I was worried we were going to run out of time, but that's actually made me so happy. Thank you, Zoom. Now they've put me off track now. But yeah, it was more to the point of, I think it's just making the start, and it's just kind of keeping yourself accountable, or telling someone that you're going to start this or start something. I would love for you to all share in your Insta stories. I think a lot of you follow me on Instagram. Or just send me an email. Like, I would love it. I'll keep you accountable. Like, I would love to know what you're doing to keep on top of it. But yeah, as I was saying, sorry, for me personally, it really is my non-negotiable. I'm probably at about an hour and a half now, but I get that that's not for everyone. If you've got small children especially, but you know, I think 6 minutes is pretty doable. And as a shift worker, I remember, a few of the girls can vouch for this, you know, when you're getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning, as if you want to be doing this, but it was something that I even did on my really early starts. And I was like, Lisa, it's just 6 minutes. And I always felt that if when I got home from work and nothing else happened for me in my day, then I've done my 6 minutes working on myself for me, and I felt great. And I think it's funny too when you tell people what you've done before they've even had their first sip of their morning coffee, you feel like you're conquering the world. Like, it's just such a great feeling. Oh, well, I think I got everything out. Oh, actually, one more thing. So I will definitely get some links to you guys. I thought I would be able to actually pop something in the chat, but it won't let me paste my definitely won't let me paste, so that's okay. I'll just send it off to you maybe on an email, guys, or Instagram, or just shoot me off a message as well, just to remind me. That is okay. But on that note, I also just wanted to say my little my tasting plate tote bags today. I'm going to do a little promo for all my listeners as well. So if you buy one, you get one, buy two, get two. I've got a couple of codes, just Miracle, the same as Jodie's for her yoga mat. So just capital letters Miracle. If you want to grab my totes, which is like buy two, get two, just type in Miracle 2, TWO. I have a feeling we conquered and covered everything. I would love to just say though, if any of you found what we chatted about like interesting, informative, valuable to you, and just beneficial in any way, like let me know. And it's definitely something I just love to share, and a lot of people that know me know that I love to chat. So I could talk about this sort of stuff for hours, and this really is not even the surface. This is just a little start to hopefully inspire you to just kickstart and do something for yourself, or to share the love with others, whatever you choose. But it's definitely something that I'm looking at doing more of, to maybe do a little career pivot. I don't know. We're still working on that. Well, I'm still working on that. So if you want to spend more time together, kind of one-on-one even, reach out, let me know, or just spread the love. But thank you so much for everyone that came along, especially you guys live. That is just awesome. And for those that are tuning in to the recording, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, as I said, just reach out if there's any questions, any queries, and I hope to chat to you all soon.